Hey guys, this is Candy Creech with the A team, and I am going to be teaching you how to, in your Trello board, import a Trello board that we made, a Trello template, to help you have a prospecting and customer follow-up system. Okay, because I know a lot of you have asked for this, and it may take a little bit to learn it. It's okay, but if you will get in it and work in it, then you'll learn it as you go. If you don't know anything about Trello, we have some training in the A-Team Facebook group under guides for Trello. You can go in there and watch those. There's like an introductory video that may help you. Trello is free. There is a free account. And I'm going to show you some things today that you can actually do with it that will help you even like have things faster and more efficient and things. If you do the paid version, the cheapest paid version is $6. I have the 12.50 paid version, but honestly, I think you could do it for $6 a month and you would have everything you need. And then if you get to a point where you're like loving Trello like we do and you start doing everything in there, then you may want to upgrade. But don't worry, I'm going to show you an option to do it for $0 for the free version. And then if you want to upgrade, it would be like $6 a month. Okay, so just wanted to share that with you first. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and I created a template. Okay, so let me get off of this right here. I'm sorry, I was in my Facebook. Okay, so now we're in Trello and first of all, you're going to import that template link, okay? So it's a template. So probably what it's going to do when you import this template, it's going to look like this. And at the top, it should say, this is a public template for anyone on the internet to copy. And you're going to do this create board from template, okay? And you can name it something different that makes sense to you when you create that board, okay? So I wanted to show you that. So you're going to do that. Now, I have already created a board, so I'm going to show you that. So I already created my board. And if you hear gunshots in the background, I'm sorry. I live by a shooting range. I can't help it. It just seems like every time I get on here to record a video, I mean, literally, he was not shooting until I got onto it to record and started talking. So, but it's no biggie. I just wanted you guys to know. So I'm going to go to my board that I've already made to show you how to do this. Okay. So another thing I want to show you while I'm in here is if somebody shares a board with you and you want to make a copy of it, a lot of you get confused on how to do that. And I did it. I get it because I would get confused too until I did it a number of times. I would forget where to go. So this is better to be doing this on your computer in a browser, not on your app on your phone, but Trello will sync to your computer and your phone. And I use both, especially if I want to like just pull up something as a reminder to look at it in Trello. But when I'm really working with something heavily, I like to have a bigger screen, so I use it on the computer. But you're going to go up here to where it says share. And then beside it, it has the three little dots. Remember, three little dots is always more. Okay. So you're going to click on that and you're going to come up. You're going to see what's up here. And then you're going to see another more. Okay. You're going to open that. And then you go to here and you see where it says copy board. Okay. Then you put copy board and you create a copy of a board. So that's another way. So if somebody shares a board with you, you can do that. If they share a template with you, you should be able to click that at the top that says make this into a board. Okay. Now you're going to go over here to the left of the screen where it has the name of this, the A-Team Prospecting and Client Tracker. You can double click that and you can change the name. So if you want to change it to Candy's Prospecting and Client Tracker, or maybe you're creative, you want to put something else in it, you can do that. Okay. So now we have this base, tracker that I'm going to show you what to do. So the first thing that we have is our DMO. Okay, so I'll put the picture of our DMO up there, but remember you can make your own DMO, meaning if we put this in there and you're like, I don't want to send 10 friend requests today. I only want to send 5. Change it to 5. Okay, just get a number and make it that number, and then always do that minimum, whatever it is. And if you do more, great, but try to have a minimum number that you're going to do. So if it needs to be 3 for everything, just do 3. Okay. Because I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I want you to be able to do a minimum every day. So you can open this by clicking on the picture, and you can open the picture and you can see it if you need to. And it just tells you kind of what to do. Okay, that's just the graphic. Now I'm going to show you that under this, you can also, so this right here, like this whole thing is called a board. Okay. Each little strip here is called a list. It looks like a list. It's called a list. Okay. And then each thing in the list is called a card. So under the DMO, I put send happy birthday messages to birthdays with this gift. And you can make you a little freebie to send in Canva for people's birthdays. Comment in 3 different groups. So this wasn't on your daily DMO. I went ahead and added this. You may choose not to do this right now, and that's perfectly fine, but I wanted to put it in here for you to know that that's something you may want to be doing. Then I put posting, because on your DMO it says post on your stories in your wall or whatever. So just to kind of help you remember what you need to be posting, I went ahead and created a checklist. So you can create checklists in Trello by going over here to the checklist, and you just create and add a checklist. You can also copy from another checklist you already have in here. And if you're watching me do this and you're not working in Trello at the moment, I would recommend you, like if you're not familiar with Trello at all, I would recommend you get it, watch a training video, and then open it and follow with me, and like pause me to go back and look at something if you need to. But really, it's about clicking all these things and figuring out what they will do. Okay. So we have our checklist. So I'm going to go down here. We have a bunch of custom fields, and we'll talk about those in a minute. But this checklist is just on this card. Okay. So you can make different checklists for different cards. So under the posting card, it has post a story, post on Instagram, post on Facebook, post a reel, post in your VIP group if you have a VIP group. Okay. So that just may kind of help you remember, like, what do I need to post? Where do I need to post? Things like that. And then I have down here client follow-up. Okay, so that's just a reminder that maybe you do a little bit of client follow-up every day, or maybe you focus on 1 or 2 days a week doing a lot more client follow-up. Okay, so that's just your card with your DMO. And so you change that up. So if you want to add a card, you just go down here to the bottom and you're going to add a card. And maybe you're going to say, I'll add the same thing just so you let's see. Add 10 friends, and then you press enter, and that's on there. Now, if you want to move this card, okay, all you have to do is hover over the card, hold your mouse down or your button down, and you're just going to move it. So you can move it wherever you want to. Okay. Now, if you want to open the card, you open the card, and you can edit it. You can edit this where the title is. You have a description, okay, and you can put things in the description here. You just need to save it, okay. Okay, so we're going to X that. Now, the next thing that I have, the next list, is important links and verbiage. Now, this is for you to add things in here, maybe to save you some time when you're working in your prospecting and everything, and maybe you want to send them a link to Help Hangout. So maybe you pop in a link to Help Hangout in here, okay? So I put on this one, Google Forms, link to Facebook groups, link to videos, and Modere Life app. Under the description here, you can open this and you can paste a link in here, and then it would be right there. You can also make you different cards. So you could add a card and you could say lean body system video, okay? And you could go open that card, go in here to the description and paste the lean body system video from your Modere Life app, okay, where that person is attached to you. That's why I didn't want to put videos in here from my Modere Life app. Maybe you want to add a card and you want to say, okay, this is Help Hangout link. Okay, same thing. Go grab the Help Hangout link, pop it in here, and then you have it at your fingertips on your phone, on your computer. Okay, so that's something that you can do. Now, the other thing that you may want to put in here is verbiage for messaging. That's up to you. If you want a bunch of different kinds of verbiage, what I would really recommend, though, because most of the verbiage messaging that we do is on our phone, I would put it in the Boards app. Okay, in the Boards app on your phone, I would put all your verbiage where you have it at your fingertips to copy and paste. So you want to create your own board, like we have the 18 board. You want to create your own board in the Boards app with your own verbiage. Okay. So we have that. Now, the next thing is, say you're working your daily DMO and you have some prospects. Maybe somebody's commented on your stuff and now you're going to send them a message, or maybe you're sending them a message to see if they have a weight loss goal this year. Like, they're a prospect, okay? They're not a lead until I put responded positively, unless they've said, hey, yeah, I would like more information. Yeah, I would like to join your health hangout. You know, then they're a lead. Okay, it's like you've warmed them up a little bit. But what we want to do is we want to leave them in prospects first. So I wanted to show you a few things. So first of all, I created, under yours, you'll have name, and this is an example. Okay, so every card would have a different person's name on it. You would make a new card for every prospect, every customer, everything. So when you put that person's name in there, I put a description here to kind of help you and guide you. You use custom fields, or you just type in info right here, create a new card for each prospect. When they respond back favorably, you're going to move that. Okay, you're going to move them to a lead. If they're like, yeah, I want to help hang out, you move into a lead. What if they're like, you're to the point of, yeah, set me up a customer account, here's my info, you're going to move them, you may move them over to customer when they order. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little more about this. So I created myself. Okay, so this is a customer of mine. Okay, I put my name on here. All right, this isn't a customer, let me back up, this is a prospect. So this person, I reached out to them, okay, and I sent them a message that said, hey, Happy New Year. I was wondering if weight loss was one of your goals. We have a brand new program out that's focused on nutrition and feeling good and not just weight loss. Would you be interested in learning more about this? That's my message, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here in these custom fields. The custom fields go to every single card in there. So they're on every card. Now, when you put something in the custom field, it just goes into that person's card, the answer. Okay, I'm going to show you. So here I'm going to put, okay, I'm going to add that I messaged them today, and you can put the time, and I'm going to save that. Okay, and so I messaged this person. That's all I did with them. I sent them a message. Okay. But I want to make sure I follow up with them. So I'm going to give them 3 days and I'm going to follow up. So you go over to the right and you click dates. And this is like a due date. And I'm going to say, okay, I want to um, follow up with them on January 1st. And I do my DMO in the morning, so I want to follow up with them at 9 a.m. Okay, and I want a reminder the day before. And you don't have to do the reminder day before. I'm just going to do a reminder an hour before. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to save this. Okay, so now I have that due date. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. So now under your prospects, every day when you go to do your DMO, it's going to say you message this person, and I messaged them on December 28th. I need to follow up with them on January 1st. Okay. You can also run a filter. If you look up here at the top, there's a filter, and you can run it by, I'm going to let you click on it and figure that out, but you can run it by due dates and see who all in the next week you need to be following up with. Okay. That's why this makes it so good. Now, let's look at this person down here, Liza Jones. Let's see what we did with that person. So I messaged her today, and she messaged me back favorably. She wanted to be added to my health hangout. Okay. So I checked that custom field. There's a box there. I checked that I added her to my health hangout, and I have a personal VIP group. I'm going to go ahead. I added her to that, and she accepted. So I'm going to check that I added her to that. Okay. Now, then Liza says, hey, go ahead and send me that information on that lean body system. I'd like to see that video. So sent product video, I'm just going to put a date in here that I sent her that product video. Okay, and the date. Now, I want to do a due date for her. because I want to make sure she doesn't slip through the cracks. So I want to give her 1 day to watch the video. So I'm going to go ahead and put her down for the 29th to follow up with her at 10 a.m. during my power hour. I'm going to do a 5 minute before notification in case I don't want her to slip through the cracks. I'm going to do all this, okay? And I'm going to save, okay? Now, that's done. So look what's happening here. It says, hey, this card is due in less than 24 hours. Like you got to follow up with her. You added her to Help Hangout. You did that. Okay. Well, because she was a prospect that reached back to me and she responded favorably, I'm going to grab her card. I'm going to drag it over and I could put it here and she responded favorably or positively or whatever. And I could put her there, but she's interested in Modere. Okay. She's already interested in more. So I'm going to pull her over to interested in Modere. Okay. So I'm just going to drag her over there. Now, so now let's say that Liza, I followed up with her the next day and she is deciding that, hey, I want to order one of those packages. I want to become a customer. Okay, well, let me back up. So, first of all, I asked for her, she's interested. I asked for her information. Okay, so I set her up a customer account, but she hasn't ordered yet. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here in all these fields. I'm going to put that I created her customer account. I'm going to add her email here. I'm going to add her phone number because I want these at my fingertips for follow-up. So if I'm sitting in the doctor's office, I don't want to have to take a book with me to follow up because my customers are in here, my prospects are in here, and I have their information at my fingertips, okay? So I'm going to put that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the date. Her anniversary date is the date I've created her an account. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in here, okay? Then I'm going to put her password right here so I don't forget what password I set all of my clients up, so I'm going to put her password in here. Okay. So I'm going to do all those things. Now she has a customer account. She's interested in Modere. Now she's ordering. Okay, she's ordered or she told me to order for her. So I'm going to move her over here to Modere customer. Now, when I go in there, I'm also, because this will save you a ton of time if you input customers' orders. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put the last four of her credit card that she used, her expiration date, and her CVV. Okay, so I don't have any of her information that's going to hurt anybody to see, right? It's just the last four of her credit card. I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to have that if she's like, hey, would you order this for me? And I'm like, but I need your CVV. Or she's like, well, what credit card did I have on file? And you're like, I don't know. Let me log into your account and see. You know, I mean, it takes us so much extra time. So this will save you a ton of time. Okay. So now she's over here in customer. Okay, so that is basically the way it's going to work. Now, if you have current customers, what we're going to do on our power hour is we're going to grab your current customers. Now, if you're like me and you have 500 people in your customer pod, that's not possible for me to put 500 people in there, right? My best customers have ordered in the last 3 to 6 months at least once. So depending on the size of your customers, I would say if you have a big amount, start with the most recent ones, like maybe all those that ordered in November, start there. And then add to it as you can when you're working on this, okay? And go backwards, like do most recent and go backwards. If you have people that you set up a customer account that's never ordered for 2 or 3 years, don't even worry about putting them in here. Just follow up with them, and then if they decide to order, put them in here. But don't waste a bunch of time, doing that with people that's never ordered, or because you can still pull your customer pod report. Okay. So now that they're a customer, a lot of times we don't have a good customer follow-up system. So in our boards app, you can go in there and there's customer onboarding and there's messages that you can create and you can send in Messenger, you can send by text, or if you have Project Broadcast, you can set up a campaign and drop every new person into that campaign and it automatically sends these timed out messages. Okay. If you don't have that campaign set up, but you have Project Broadcast, you can get a code for that campaign. You can ask me for mine and I can send it to you. And then you can go in and you can edit them and make them your own, but it's like kind of already ready for you. Okay, we don't have to retype out every single thing and time it out and all those things. Okay, if that's too much for you, like you're not going to do project broadcast, or I say start it when you're new because it automates your business. But if not, that's okay. I'll show you. The other thing that you can do is just go in there and grab those messages and send them in Messenger. Okay. So let me give you an example. So we have, and this I just put in there for you on your template because I added names to like show you how to do it, but I'm going to put like example, you want to add customer info. Don't forget the anniversary date, last four, credit card, CVV, password, that's just kind of to share that with you. So let me open this one. You have this one in your template. It says how to customer follow up. Okay. This is just a little guideline for you if you don't know what to do with your customers. So first thing, if you're using messages for customer onboarding in the boards app, send messages on appropriate days or use your project broadcast onboarding campaign. Okay. You want to get them a referral post set up. You want to get them a Facebook party done. Okay. You want to ask them to do all these things. You want to help them use their coupons before they expire in 30 days. You want to follow up with them, when they receive their products, 1 week, 2 weeks, and then every month, like once a month. Make sure that they've accepted the invite into Help Hangout in your own personal VIP group. Make sure they fill out the help questionnaire, the Google form. We're going to teach you how to do your very own Google form, or you can use mine, but that's not the best option to use mine. You want to have your own. And then you want them to do the opt-in to messages from Anya for Help Hangout because she is sending them a message on all the conversion events we have and workshops and big events and going live and things like that. Okay, so you want them to get those notifications if they want to opt in. You have to encourage them to opt in. Okay, so make sure you send them the opt-in number and tell them to text this number, save that in their phone as Modere Health Hangout Business or something like that in their phone so they'll know what it is. Okay, so this is just kind of a description that tells you all the things that you can do with your customer. Okay. So let me also show you, this is something you can do. I'm going to take Liza. Now I really like it because you have these custom fields. So custom fields are not available on a free account. So when you pull this template over, if you're on a free account, you're not going to see the custom fields. So what you can do is if you don't want to pay $6 a month, you can go in here to the description and you can make you a list of things like, so you don't forget, like I need to add them to Help Hangout. I need to collect their email, their phone number. Did I send them a video? Like all the custom fields, you can go in there and put in there all the things, information that you're going to need. Like, did you collect this information? You can, put their last four of their credit card, their CVV, their password. You can put all that in there. Okay. Now, the other thing you can do is over here is you can create a checklist. So you're going to create a checklist and we're going to add it, and you just add the items. So say you're going to create a checklist and you're going to say added to Help Hangout. And then you're going to say added, let's see, set up customer account. Like you may want to put this. Okay. And then you're going to say sent follow up message 1. And this would be from your board. So like message 1, okay, I sent that to this person. Sent follow up message 2 or whatever. Like this would be a way. This is the harder way. I'm telling you, it's better to get project broadcast. It's better to pay $6 for this and have the fields, rather than do these kind of things. But the checklist is free in there. Okay. And then you want to say something like, your customer did a referral post. Okay, you want to put that in there. They did held a Facebook party. Okay, they, I don't know what else, but, so anyway, you can do a checklist of how you want to maybe you're going to send a thank you card. We'll add that one. So you sent thank you card to your clients. You're going to put that in there. Now, so you have this checklist. So say you went over here and you're like, okay, I added a health hangout, I set up a customer account and I sent the thank you card. You can check those off and you've done those things. And so then what's going to happen is when you pull up Liza to do your customer follow-up, you're going to be like, okay, let me go see. Oh, okay, did that. Oh, I need to send her that follow-up message, or I need to ask her to do a referral because I've never asked her that or whatever. So you're gonna have that. The other thing you can do is add due dates for follow-up and say, okay, I need to this. You put Liza in there. I need to follow up with her a week later to see if she got her product. You can put a due date in there for that. Okay. Then the other thing you can do is say you had another customer. So Jane Doe, she's a customer now. Let's just pretend. Okay. Sorry, my mouse got out of whack here. Okay, here we go. So Jane Doe is a customer now. And you're like, okay, well, I need to pull over that checklist I made because I don't have the fields and I don't have project broadcast. So I need to do the checklist. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on checklist and you're going to put copy items from your Liza Jones checklist. Okay. Because she's got a checklist in her card and you're going to add. So you see what happens? It copied that checklist from your other client where you don't have to recreate that every time. Okay. So you got that. Now, that is basically the follow-up system. So what would you do? Like, how would you do this? Because I hear things like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, all this. You're going to set a timer and you're going to say, this is my power hour. This is my power 30 minutes. This is my power 20 minutes, whatever you have. Okay. And if you will do it this way until it becomes a habit where you can be anywhere and you can pick up your phone and you can go to your Trello board and you can start doing follow-up if you're sitting in the doctor's office, if you're sitting in line at the bank, if you're sitting there watching TV with your family. Like, you don't have to have a timer. You don't have to be more focused because you've created a habit and know exactly what to do. Okay. So you sit down, you go over here and you just follow your DMO. It's okay. Let me do my DMO real quick. Okay. Now, prospect. Who has reached out to me? Who's in my prospect list? Who do I need to follow up with? What new? So when you message a brand new person and you send them that intro message, like I was talking about, you're going to add them a card and you're going to put their name in here. Okay. Um, you're going to just type their name in here, right? And you're going to fill in the blanks. And then when they respond back to you and you sit down with your Trello board, you say, oh yeah, Anya responded back to me. I'm going to move her over here. She wanted this information. You're going to check the boxes. You're going to follow up, see what she needs next. Because how many times, I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me all the time, people fall through the cracks because I don't write their name down. And then it gets pushed down in my messenger and that prospect is gone. I didn't follow up with them in a timely enough manner to get them to order. Okay. If you need to delete a card, you just right click on the card and you can archive it. Okay. And it goes away. Okay. So you can archive the card. Everything you do, there is actually an activity. And it will show you like all the activity that was done on this account, like everything that was added, everything that was deleted, everything that was moved. There's like an activity log for it. Okay. So that, that's really it. So you want to start out by grabbing your prospects you've already been working with. You can put them in your prospects to have you some to start. Work your DMO, get you some new prospects to start with. Get your customer report printed and start with your most recent customers and get all their information over here. And you don't have to have a notebook. You don't have to have a note card. You don't have to have a binder or anything. You can have your phone, computer with your Trello board, and you can have your customer pod report printed. I download mine to Excel. I delete all those columns that I don't care anything about, I don't need. I kind of shrink everything down. I sort it the way I want it sorted and I print it. Okay, so I do that every month. So another thing that you could do, I will show you this, is under your customers, if you want to add like a field for subscription customer, like they're a subscription customer, or a field for like VIP customers, you can do that. Or just go over here and add you another list and put, these are my VIP customers. okay? And just add you a list and put your VIP customers under there because they're your very important customers, right? So that's something else that you can do. You can grab this card and you can move it. Okay, so you can move your cards around, your list around too, as well as your cards around. Okay, so I hope that gives you enough information for you to get started in this, and then you can join our power hour and work together, or you can do this on your own, either one. So if you have any questions, pop them in our 18 chat or Facebook group. So thanks, guys.